Hey, homeschool families and people interested in homeschooling. Thanks for joining in. I hope you guys like this video. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. I'm going to try and put more information out there, different trips that we take. This is a collection into our homeschool series on the states around our area that do homeschooling, what their rules are, and what you need to know for homeschooling and just in general, if you were curious about this state. So we've done Pennsylvania, where I live, Maryland, Delaware. Now we're doing New Jersey. So with New Jersey, I have my notes here on the iPad. With New Jersey, they require homeschooling children ages 6 to 16 to attend school. This could be the homeschooling. This could be equivalent instruction elsewhere at schools, what the quote is. This information is coming from the New Jersey State website, School Board Association, and so on. You do not need to notify your state or local district to begin homeschooling. Parents may notify the school district when withdrawing a child to avoid truancy or confusion. So if you're starting off fresh, you don't really have to worry about that. You do need to do it if you decide to take your third grader or anybody that's been going to school so far. Take them out of class so that you don't get a call or a cop doesn't come to your house wondering why your child is not at school. The curriculum, there's no mandated curriculum for students who are being homeschooled. It must be academically equivalent to public school offerings. Common subjects include reading, writing, math, science, social studies, but families have the freedom to choose whatever they want to choose and how they want to do it. So it's totally up to you on how you want to do this. You do not need to have a teacher qualification to teach your child. There are no standardized testings or portfolio review required by law. And if parents want to use, they can use private assessments, but schools won't administer or mandate them. So that's just some information there. No official record keeping is required, though parents are encouraged to maintain their own attendance logs just to prove that your child's been going to school and not skipping out or anything like that. Most homeschool families, you don't have to worry about that, but it's just another extra added, hey, we are homeschooling, this is what we're going through and what we're teaching our children. It also help out whenever your child may decide to go to college if they want to go, or to probably VOTEC school, anything like that. This will help them in that case because it shows they went to school and so on. Also, immunization records are not required to meet homeschoolers are not required to meet public school immunization mandates. This will allow you, if you are not wanting to immunize your child, or if you haven't been doing it or don't want to do it, or if you make the decision that you don't want to. Again, I know I said that like 3 different times in different ways, but you're not required to do that and show proof. The documentation is only required when enrolling in public schools, or a private school. So homeschooling, you don't need that. If you decide to put your child back into homeschooling, they will have, based on an objective assessment, just like any transfer student coming from out of state in there, you're going to have an assessment to see where they place so they can put them in the right spot. Homeschool parents can issue their own diploma. They have to meet state-funded school credit standards, though, so this goes back into somewhat of the curriculum discussion earlier. You want to keep similar to what your schools in your area are doing and within the state, so that you don't have to worry about that. Extracurricular and support services. Public schools are not required to allow homeschoolers to attend classes, sports, or borrow textbooks. It's left up to the district. So it depends on where you are. Some districts apparently it looks like they can do it. The Interscholastic Athletic Association will allow homeschoolers to participate in sports. Again, it's the discretion of the district and how that is handled. So just to recap, it's your responsibility as the parent or guardian to make sure that they are getting the proper education, and it's equivalent and accurate, it is also your responsibility to keep a good record, more or less just for transitioning into college or vocational schools, anything like that. You want that information there. New Jersey does keep it very flexible on schooling. You're not required to have an immunization record. Even the only time you're going to need that is if you go into school or if you've been in school, and you do not need to report anything else to the district or to the state for your homeschooling. You just want to notify them that you are homeschooling if your child has already been in school. So, compared to Pennsylvania, that's very, very relaxed, if you ask me. Now, Pennsylvania, the nice thing about Pennsylvania is they are requiring that, schools will allow homeschoolers to take part in extracurricular activities, drama clubs, school sports, so on. It's not at the discretion of the district like it is here in New Jersey, or like in Delaware, I believe it was in one of my previous videos. You're not allowed to. You have to go to an intramural type setup to do that do that sports, whatever you want to do. Pennsylvania makes it where you have to report and have an evaluator. You don't have to have that here. Do I think that's good? I think it's still best to have an evaluator just so you can see where your student stands and if you need to strengthen up on places and different things. So with that being said, New Jersey's laxed, looks like, compared to Pennsylvania and to some of the other states. What I'm finding is Pennsylvania has one of the stricter reporting and so on going forward. But anyway, that's New Jersey. If you guys have a state that you want me to find information on, I'll be more than happy to do that. The information I got for New Jersey, some of it's coming from ABC Mouse. They have a good resource area. Also, it's coming from newjersey.gov, nj.gov, as well as some of the other things as well, svsh.co, more NJ, excuse me, time for learning, and just a myriad information I'm actually using. I have some help pulling the data, and then I put it out so I can talk to you guys and try my best to articulate on some that I can. But again, if you guys have a state you're interested in, if you want me to pull the information, I'll be more than happy to make a video. Just leave a comment down below, and please like this video and subscribe, and you'll see some videos going out there. I already have one that we did, a homeschool trip that we went out and did some things. So I'm trying to keep up to show you that it's not just all about schoolwork. It's also about just making sure you get things done. So hope you guys like this video. Hope you have a great one, and we'll see you next time.